All right, so I spent the last 30 minutes figuring out these struts, getting it all set up and perfect how I want it. So I need to catch y'all up to speed. So we got the struts installed. I also put the door guard on all the doors. Those are gonna come off because later today I'm gonna do the last coat of paint on all these lids. Let that dry, and then in a few days, the doors will be done. We can put the door guard back on for good. Right now they're just on so I can sit on the lid and that not dig into the paint or anything. Here are the struts. I believe these are 10-pound struts. I already got this installed here. I just cut a piece of 1-inch angle, riveted it all together. I will show you how I did that in a second. Like I said, I just did this just to figure it out. Also drilled some holes here. So this is where this other bracket is going to go. But I took these rivets out and took it all apart so I could make a template of these holes. Shout out to John from JDS Outdoors. I saw him do this in Tennessee and I thought it was a smart idea. So I put the template there. I cut out the corner so that doesn't affect anything. Pushed it up against the sides, flipped the door open, and I marked that side where the holes were. So now I just need to drill out these holes and we have a template. So we can put the holes in the same exact spot on each door. But now that we have that, I can go ahead and get this reattached and all back together to show you guys how she looks. In the last video, I left y'all off with the wiring, but I went to the store, called up all the stores, and they did not have any in stock. So I had to order some off Amazon. So that should be here tomorrow. Got that piece installed, lock that on, boom. Now we have the struts. Also, by the way, I had to cut out this little lip right here because when I shut it, that was hitting the strut and it wouldn't shut all the way. But now that I cut that, it shuts. So there it is, guys. There is the first strut. I need to do that same thing to these doors here, and I'll kind of show you all the process I use to figure it all out on this door. I still need to do all these. There is one thing I don't like about these struts though. The ball, or the pocket that it sits in, is very loose. And there's nothing I can do about that. I thought maybe I could move this forward, move it up here. So I did that. I put this hole here, and all it did was just open the door more. So I was hoping I could compress this more and it stay tight, but it doesn't compress. It just allows the door to open more. So there's nothing I can really do about that jiggle. I mean, you don't really notice it. You notice it when you open it. Like if you open it, has a little bit of wiggle, but like I said, there's nothing I can do about it. Unless there is. If you guys know what I can do to keep that from happening, let me know in the comments. But not a big deal. Alright, so now we have a template for each door. If you're wondering how I did it on the first door, it was pretty much just a guessing game. Just had to figure it out. Same thing over here. I kind of just placed the strut up against the door and kind of eyeballed it and guessed where I wanted it. Let's go ahead and get these holes drilled first. There is the latch. I was gonna do the latches first, but I don't have a 2.5-inch cutout saw, so I have to go get one of those today as well. But here is the hardware for the struts. Boom, boom, boom. What I haven't shown y'all yet is this here. So there is a piece of angle right here. 1-inch angle. I cut that out, cut the corners off, and then just riveted that onto the side here. And I will show y'all exactly how I did that right here. I got 1-inch angle here. I'm going to cut off a piece real quick. It doesn't matter what size, just big enough for the base of the strut. And this is the base of the strut, by the way. The circle piece is a piece we need to attach. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut off the corners here just to round it off. So if I ever reach down inside the box, I don't cut my hand on the edge of this corner because that would suck. All right, so now we have that, and then mark it. Mark the holes. You're gonna have to drill out these holes too. Make them a little bit bigger because the 3/16 rivet will not fit in that hole. I use pliers for this. There's no way you're gonna hold it. All right, we got our holes drilled. Let's go ahead and get this riveted on to this piece. All right, so now we have that. So you gotta drill out this little slot as well because the rivets won't fit in that either. I've noticed that I can't use this drill bit on this slot because it doesn't drill into it. It will turn and then it will line up perfectly with the drill and just rip it out of your hands or out of the pliers. So what I found works best is this step-up drill bit here. All right, so we got this piece made. We got that piece pre-drilled. There is a strut. We got the holes drilled. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out this piece here now to match that. And that looks bad right now, but once I paint over that, that's all gonna look good. All right, we got that all cut down. Now we need to go ahead and countersink these holes. It's gonna go right there. Cool. So this end gets connected to this end over here, just like that, and then that it just sits right under that lip. All right, so I got that in place. I'm just gonna mark it where I want to drill. There it is, second strut done. Actually shuts, beautiful. Boom, baby. Now we can move on to the next one. Trash. Yeah, dude. All right, there is the 4 middle lids with struts. Looks pretty good. I'm digging it, man. One step closer, man. Looks good. So this 10-pound strut is pretty good for these little lids. It holds it up pretty good. It pulls it up, but for this big one, this one's pretty heavy. So as long as it stays open and doesn't want to shut, oh, that's sketchy, then it should be good. I just don't want it falling down and smashing my fingers. Alright, so I got struts on all of Nate's custom boats pre-made lids. Pretty easy to do, but all the other lids now are the homemade make-it-yourself kits. So a little bit different. There is a piece of 3/4 tubing, and also on this lid I built the angle this way. So it already has the lip. I just got to screw it to that and we're good on that part. But on the rest of them, we will have to make a bracket because these are not the same way. I plan to build a drop-in box here, which is why I did that, but that's probably going to change now. I did that one on that side. I'll probably do the same thing here. I feel like it's going to be different, but I also feel like it's not going to be different. Our little template we made definitely isn't going to work anymore though. I know that. That's not good. This support right here might hit. Maybe it's low enough. Oh, that sucks. That definitely might hit. Do your struts and your latches first before you do your supports, because you might run into some problems like I am. Yes, I didn't have to cut into the support. Sweet. Heck yes. I think it's safe to take this tape off now. She shuts. That's the shutting point. Opening point is there. Yeah, I just really don't like how all this is loose. I don't know what I can do to tighten that. Is there any way to make these tighter? There has to be something. Alright, so we got all the doors done, and I got one more strut left. I was gonna do the rod locker, but these doors are pretty heavy, so I'm gonna wait. I have a 10-pound right here. What I'm gonna do is just use this one on this side, and then get some 20-pounders for the big doors, and we'll put one on each side. So I need to go order 4 more struts that are 20 pounds. Alright, so there it is with 2 struts. Definitely some pressure now. I'm happy with it. Like I said, as long as it doesn't shut on my fingers, I'm good. So there it is. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 struts added to the boat. I got 2 more to add on each rod locker, so 4 more struts to do, and then the struts are done. But once again, I have to order more struts. Definitely gonna get some heavier 20-pound for the heavier rod locker doors. But guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.